I'm gonna get me something in there. Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all all the glory and honor goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is to the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. In the Paleo Hebrew, Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and the elder bishops, elder apostles, a great millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching this word and believing this word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on their hearts to endure and to be sincere. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy for the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith, right? Oh yeah, and Salaki. And Almighty Shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put on your spirit to endure and being sincere for his truth. And shalom to the Akwathium, the wives and the single sisters that are believers of his word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on your spirit to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. All right. So again, y'all see the title. We going in, Lord willing. We can get it in. We're gonna go right into it. Hold on. I'm gonna get right into it, and after hearing what I'm hearing in these scriptures, right now is really a time to grow that faith. The Lord willing, the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai use me, you know, to continue to do this work, to continue to grow in faith, let alone, be a light to my household. Because, I know and understand my household is my motivation. My household is my first lot. The one brother said, yo, we got to worry about our other brothers and sisters, but you as an individual, worry about your own salvation, your fear in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And if the Lord has given me loving and silent gifts, which they have to do better, kids have to do better, I have to do better, got to call a spade a spade. Everyone in my house is part of, they are in my hands, and I have to strive, for our crown, not just mine, but our crown, and if I love my household the way that I say that I do, I should be striving to the depths of the earth, in the spirit for my household, let alone the same way you feel about your household and the brotherhood is the same way you need to feel about the hopeful elect, you know. And this whole ministry is all towards Yahweh Shai. Just got a spiritual eye to see it. So this is Hebrews, the 9th chapter, which some brothers disregard. But you got to have the spirit in here to handle this heavy load. This is Hebrews chapter 9, verse 1. Then verily the first covenant had also ordinance of divine service in a worldly sanctuary. A worldly sanctuary. You have to know, Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The same order, that's where the Most High, what Yahweh Shai established, is going to be here on earth. How we minister, them spirits that's up in heaven, they're ministering spirits for us down here. The same role that they're doing up there, the men of the Lord are doing the same thing here. Oh man, that just goes with the live, if y'all watched it, the live camp that me and the brothers did on Main and Allen. Everything that we doing is symbolic to what's going on in the heavens on the right hand side, right? So this is the tabernacles, and then eventually going into a temple was a worldly sanctuary, right? And if you want to precept that, you can go to Exodus. Actually, we'll even look. I'll even try to get some precepts. We ain't gonna be able to go through all of this because, of course, I'm at work. I'm on break right now, but I'm gonna try my best to get as much as I can. If not, we could do a part two. Lord willing. Lord willing. This is Exodus chapter 25, and we're gonna go to verse 8. It says, "And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I show after thee, after the pattern of the tabernacles," which is a booth that we actually do, right? It says, "In the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it," right? So we were doing a sanctuary on the earth, and the Lord, the same thing that we doing on earth is spiritually in the heavens, right? Let me give you. Should I give you one more? I give you one more. I'll go to Hebrews 8:2. Hebrews 8:2. A minister of spirit. A minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle which Yahweh Shemashai pitched, and not man. Right. This tabernacle is really built on Yahweh Shai. Actually, let's get that. That's Ephesians. Everything is symbolic to always going back to Yahweh Shai. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20. It says, "And are built upon the foundations of the apostles and the prophets, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach himself being the chief cornerstone." Right? So this foundation that's built on the apostles and the prophets that the Most High used as a mouthpiece, but the foundation is Yahweh Shai, which the prophets is building on. That's why when brothers say we're in other men's labors, it starts with Yahweh Shai, then the men of the Lord, which is the prophets and apostles, and it just keeps on growing. This is a spiritual temple that we building, that we're a part of, right? Let's go back to Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 9, we have verse 2. "For there was a tabernacle made the first, wherein was the sanctuary," wait, Salaki, "wherein the candlestick and the table and the showbread, which is called the sanctuary." Now, all these things we could still have symbolically towards Israel, right? Which the candlestick, Yahweh Shai, symbolically is the light, the light of the temple, right? And who is the temple of today? Would the Lord tell us not to defile our temple? Well, the tabernacles of David is the temple of the Lord right now. That's moving. That's doing the ministry. That's supposed to be walking in the ordinance, in the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? You have the showbread, which is 12 showbread, which is symbolic to the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to hurry up and get. I'm gonna try to. We're gonna keep trying to go on to this, right? Verse 3, it says, "And after the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all," which the veil is like the curtain that separates you from the area of the holiest place. The temple, just like the most holiest place, is set apart from like sinners. Because when you look at the priests, only the highest priest can go in that temple. Everybody else can't go in that temple. And there's one high holy priest on this side, in the flesh and in the spirit, who took that position of Melchizedek. And Yahushua is the high priest that went to the highest, holiest place when he gave up the ghost and died for us. This is all history, right? Don't take my words for it. We read it, we getting into it now. Verse 3, Lord willing, like I said, I could tap back in this again where I can get into the blue letter and stuff and get you other precepts too. But you have to know the law in order to know about the temple, right? Which really the priests, the Levites, was attending to this, right? Because their occupation was Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So Hebrews chapter 9, verse 3, "After the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all, right? And let me get you, this is Exodus 26, verse 31. And we'll read the 35. It says, "And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work. With the cherubim shall it be made, and thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood, overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 socket of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the taches, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil of the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the covenant, Salaki. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place, which the high priest will go, which is really symbolic towards Hamashiach Yahushai. It says, "And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacles towards the south. Thou shalt put the table on the north side." Really, when you look at the most holiest holy, it's right here, and then it's a veil here, and then how he's describing the temple, the north and the south. Now I did have pictures, but it's not in this Bible. I will have to go. I will have to go to other point. I will have to go to other. Yeah, I'll probably have to. Yeah, I will have to. Let me see. Yeah, I ain't got the pictures in here, but that's okay, right? Um, let's try to get in. Let's try to get another preset. Um, let's go to Exodus 40:3. This is Exodus 40:3. First, I'll start at 1. It says, "And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, The first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacles of the tent of the congregation, which when we dwell in booths. And thou shalt put therein the ark of the testimony, and cover the ark with the veil. And thou shalt bring in the table and set in order the things that are to be set in order upon it. And thou shalt bring the candlesticks, the light of the lamps thereof." Right? Is a order to this thing. Yahweh Bashem Shai deals with order, and how everything was broken down about the temple through the Spirit is how this ministry is. And it starts off with Yahushai, right? We ain't nothing. Everything start with Yahushai. Hebrews 9:4, which had the golden censer in the Ark of the Covenant overlaid round about the gold, wherein was the golden pot that had manna, and Aaron's rod that budded in the tables of the covenant. And you can go to Leviticus 16:12, Exodus 25:10, Exodus 16:33, Numbers 17, verse 1 to 10, Exodus 25:16, and Exodus 34:29. Deuteronomy 10:2 if you need be. Verse 5, it says, "And over it the cherubims of glory shadowing the mercy seat, of which we cannot now speak partially," right? And that mercy seat, when you really look at it, is symbolic to the footstool of the Most High, right? Because heaven is his throne and earth is his footstool, you know. And for the Lord to have the Ark of the Covenant, that the temple of how he did it, to have the temple, the sacrifice, the bowls, the washing of hands, all those things is symbolic. And why, when we think about the Pharisees, they was mad that the disciples didn't wash their hands because they were dirty. And that was traditions of men, you know. And Yahushai broke it down, because with Yahushai, you have to believe and understand Yahushai within you. It's not an outward thing. And with the temple, it was outward work, you know, with the sins. You had to even if you were a leper and you were unclean, you had to separate yourself from the congregation. Now with Yahushai, him taking that sacrifice, he was that pure sacrifice where we didn't have to keep doing it. We had to keep killing animals. And the most high priest, he had to kill a sacrifice for himself and for the nation of Israel. And doing it all the time. Where Yahweh is just one clean slate, you know? And we basically was doing something symbolic to Yahweh. Because if Yahweh he laid himself down one time, then we gotta kill a lamb and a goat multiple times. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did it one time, right? It just shows you what we do is not even compared to the Lord. Even though he gives it. This look, teaching his word is foolishness to Yahweh Shem Shai, but he gave it to us in order to bring back the true believers, right? So Hebrews chapter 9, uh, verse 5. Let me just give you one precept on that. Exodus 25. I'll go to verse 17. And it says, and thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shall be the length of, and and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold of beaten work, shalt thou make them, and the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make one of the cherubims on the one end and the other cherubim on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make of the cherubim on the 2 sides thereof, and the cherubim shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another. Towards the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubim be, and thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark. In the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee, which were in there, right? And guess what? Now we have the testimonies of Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. In there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat. Now we don't have the Ark of the Covenant and the testimonies that's in there, but through the Spirit we have the testimonies of Yahushai, which completes this work. You know, he said, there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims which are upon the ark of the covenant, of the ark of the testimony, of all things which I give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel, right? And we don't have the ark of the covenant. You even see in the book of Jeremiah where he hid it somewhere. You know, all praise to the Most High for how deep and critical and on point the Lord made his ministry. This is not ours. You know, we're just servants working in his business, right? Hebrews chapter 9 verse 6. Now when these things were thus ordained, the priests went always into the first tabernacle, accomplishing the service of the Most High. And that shows you Romans chapter 9 verse 4, right? And let me get that, right? Romans 9 and 4. Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. Who is giving the law? You know, and it was really the priest, because the priest's lot was Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They had to do the work that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gave them, right? Let's get another one. I'm going to go to Numbers, the 18th chapter. And I'm going to read verse 2 to 6. It says, and thy brethren also of the tribe of Levi, which I just said, the tribe of thy father, bring thou with thee, that they may be joined unto thee and minister unto thee. Right? The priest was to minister unto us. That's why when we go into Peter's, we understand that all the 12 tribes are a royal priesthood. Now they came into the lot of doing the work of a priest by teaching, thus saith Yahweh Shemar Shai, and bringing forth the true believers, right? It says, and minister unto thee, but thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witness, and they shall keep thy charge and the charge of all the tabernacle. Only they shall not come nigh the vessels of the sanctuary and the altar, and neither they nor ye also die. And they shall be joined unto thee, and keep the charge of the tabernacles of the congregation, which is their reasonable service, for all the service of the tabernacle. Right? The priest is doing the reasonable service of the tabernacles. And a stranger shall not come nigh unto you, and ye shall keep the charge of the sanctuary and the charge of the altar, that there be no wrath any more upon the children of Israel. And I behold, I have taken your brethren the Levites from among the children of Israel. To you they are given as a gift for Yahweh Shemar Shai to do the service of the tabernacles of the congregation. Right? And now when we look at Peter's, let me see if I can get this real quick. Yeah, because I gotta slide back to work. What is it? It's 2 and 9. Is this the one? Nope, that's not it. It's 1 Peter 2 and 9. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Yahweh Shemar Shai called us out of marvelous, Yahweh Shemar Shai called us out of a marvelous light. When you go to Genesis, the 49th chapter, Moses didn't say that Yahweh Shai was going to, no, that Judah was going to be a lawgiver. He didn't say that. It was supposed to be the priest, right? But the scepter goes into authority, will not be removed out of Judah's hand, you know? And so this is why when we look at, coming into this truth, you mostly see you first see Judah. Judah is covering all of these congregations. Uh, uh, they're in the congregation, or is Judah making a congregation? You know, most of the debaters that you might see is mostly Judah. Not saying that the other tribes is not in this thing, you know, but it starts off with Judah because of Yahushai. You know, Judah is gonna be in authority in this truth. Judah is gonna be the first one to wake up to the law. You know, but the 12 tribes, what we just read, 1 Peter 2 and 9, the 12 tribes are going to be doing the service of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now, instead of sacrificing the animals, you go to Romans, the 12th chapter, where it tells us to lay ourselves down like a living sacrifice, which is our reasonable service. So you have to know, what are you doing as a reasonable service? Teaching his word, fasting and praying, and doing lessons. This is the service we're doing as priests. You know, us coming into this word, and then when we teach it, you know, you got to look at it as the temple is the 12 is the temple is the tabernacles of David, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And when we think about, when we say like the sanctuary, when we bringing it out, it's us doing the work, man. Us going out on that block, you know. This is work that's counted for, you know. And all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, because everything that we just went through is stuff that's in the Old Testament, you know. And people saying the law is done away with. No, it's not. It's just the Yahweh Shai is teaching a way that we didn't understand. It's the inward man, you know. It's about you being circumcised in the heart, you know, circumcised. And then we had so many examples in the beginning of our time, and the Lord gave us this spiritual example. So now, Lord willing, if I could do a part two, I finished off at verse 6. So we did Hebrews chapter 9, verse 1 to 6. You know, Lord willing, I can get more critical the next time. So we're next time, Lord willing, if I remember, we're on verse 7. So with that, man, I'm gonna just say shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Let's get back into our faith. Let's get back into that bag. With that, shalom, shalom.